Hey there, pen friends! Welcome to the channel again. It's your host Amy, and I am back with another Pen review. Today we have a very peculiar writing instrument, and I know many of you are not so familiarized with the models offered by Stipula. So today we have a very interesting writing instrument from Stipula. The story of this pen begins, and I know you all like a good story. Last year, in my usual Italian tour of the year, I was visiting the Stipula factory and I was walking with Luca Vitti in that room that they call the Ideas Laboratory. I have a video with my previous visit from 2018, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm going to link that video up here. You can check that. And there is some video clips with me in that room. So me and Luca, we were walking there and something catches the... As I'm looking on one table, I see this beauty right here. And immediately, it's like eye candy for me. Let's try to get it in focus. It's bright, it's red, it's gold, it's shiny. I mean, what do you want more? I've asked Luca if he was willing to borrow me this pen to showcase in a video review. He said okay, and here we are today. This is the Stipula Davinci Fosco. Let's start with the Davinci. Davinci is the name of the collection that's coming from Stipula, and it's referring to a collection of writing instruments that are capless or don't have a removable cap. This one has a retractable nib, and all Da Vinci models have a retractable nib, and I wanted to showcase all of the techniques that goes into creating such an interesting writing instrument, and to show to all of you that although it's simple, it's very complex, and the execution of all of the components of this writing instrument is very, very precise, and it needs to be in order to operate that smooth, that nice. So let's start to analyze the pen. First, let's talk about the Fosco from the name. And the inspiration for this model is Fosco Maraini, which is an Italian anthropologist, photographer, traveler, mountaineer. He is well known to document the culture from Tibet and Japan, and I'm pretty sure that the combination between the red demonstrator parts and the whole inlay of gold, it's inspired by the garments of Asian culture, because this is something that catches your eye and it's so vibrant, so powerful and beautiful. Now let's go through the details of this amazing writing instrument. So we have right here the window from where the nib is going to emerge when we are going to operate the system, and we are going to hold this section, and this is the small part is the section of the pen. We are going to hold it. Turning the barrel, we see that we have the nib emerging from this. I'm going to give you a frontal view just to see. I'm going to try to hide my face. Now let's do the same thing, and we have the nib right here. Let's start with the nib. On this pen we have a 14 karat gold nib, and Stipula has a very, very broad range of nibs. They do steel nibs, they do flexible steel nibs, titanium nibs, gold nibs, 14 karat gold nibs that are not flexible, and 14 karat Stiflex, which are the nibs that allow some flexing. In regards of sizes, we have a bunch of sizes: ultra extra fine, fine, medium, broad, stub, two stubs, or 0.9 and 1.1. Although these sizes are not available in some materials, but you can check that on our website and better see which is which. Now, the section. The section right here is the small part that you hold the pen. It's very comfortable, although I've used capless pens and those are not that comfortable to use, maybe only for me, but this one is. Then we have this ring right here, and let's try to get this in focus. And then we have the clip, which is spring-loaded. It is shaped into a katana sword, which is removed. And on there we have a few letters, EMW. I don't know if that means anything. Probably it is. I'm not that familiarized with the inspiration subject of this fountain pen. Then we have the body, which is composed of this beautiful red clear material that is floating inside this steel barrel, which is gold plated and cut in such a way to show that inner red material. Now let's get inside of this pen, and we are going to pull like so. What's really interesting about this one is that we have a removable nib unit. Now let's analyze this very interesting nib unit. Well, it is held by two pins which are attached by the rotating mechanism. This is done in order to protect the inner mechanism by the water that is used to wash the pen. We don't want any corrosion inside that rotating window. This is equipped with a cartridge, ink cartridge, and this is what I'm using. This is a Lamy ink cartridge because I don't know if you have a converter to fit inside this mechanism. Maybe it exists, but I don't have it, so this is what I've used. Now let's put the mechanism back together, and I'm gonna show you how those pins are working. You squeeze, and now it is securely locked. Now we are going to put the barrel back together like so, and we are going to push it, and we are done. Also, I would like to mention that this is a limited edition of 193 pieces. I think it's sold out because I've searched over the internet and found only sold out listings of this pen. When it's retailed, it goes for around $1,200, but I'm not sure of the nib option. Probably that cost is with the Stiflex nib, which is more expensive, but around $1,000, take that in account. Now let's put the pen side by side with other pens to see the size and to have a better understanding of its proportions, and let's then have a writing sample. This is the pen sitting next to a Bronze Age Homo sapiens, a Visconti Opera Master, Lamy All-Star, Stipula Florentia, and Stipula Etruria. The overall measurements of the pen are 135 millimeters with the nib inside, 155 millimeters with the nib extended, and the overall weight of the pen is 70 grams fully inked. Stipula Davinci Fosco. The ink I have here is KVZ Shin Machine 2. Now the nib, and this is a very beautiful 14 karat gold, and I believe this is a fine, although it's not branded. The nib has a hint of a feedback, it's nice, it glides well. Now let's do the sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Nice. Let's have some flex. This is a pretty rigid nib, so I don't advise to try anything in regards of flex. Now let's see a beautiful wet flow. Let's try a double pass, and I'd say this is a pretty wet fine nib. Now let's see a reverse. We have a normal riding a fine, and in reverse a quite smooth extra fine nib. I hope you enjoyed the riding sample. I had a lot of fun using this pen for the past year, and it's time to send it back to Italy. I think this is it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you find it useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the Penventure YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. This way we will reach out to many more just like you with our content. Down below you will find links for my social media accounts and my website if you're interested to get in touch with me. My name is Emi, and I look forward to seeing you next video.